Right, a half moon walk. The last case, case 6 of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. Hopefully this is
Where are
the
you going,
oh,
Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson,
We have. Where to?
to the Baker Street
oh,
Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner. How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I
hey,
can't
happy new
understand
year,
your
man.
interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Ah, sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
Ah,
Hey,
I
Phoebe
can
Hook,
hear them
what's
on the
up?
stairs now.
Oh, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes is my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
And forget about the dinner? Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Oh, okay. We're heading in. I wonder if this one's a big one. Could be a big case. It'll need a lot of big brains to solve it. We're going to have to pay close attention.
Holmes, poor little Wiggins needs our help.
Okay, let's gather some evidence. Where is this guy? Oh.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Mara. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
Let's have a look at the
Who were
victims.
The 2 men here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
Oh. Was there any witnesses?
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were 2 other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
So,
Testimony.
Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the 2 victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the 2 dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by 2 police constables.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud.
It's a release
I couldn't
date
hear
on this
anything else.
game. Release them fucking nuts. That's the release date.
What were the fireworks in honour of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course.
Details in Half Moon.
Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
What do you think?
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me. The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance. A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look. This shard of wood is quite new. This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens. Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die. A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vercotti must have done some time there. He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant. The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound.
Penetrated. Cheers. Right. Okay. I think I'm just about ready to solve this case. I've got enough info. I don't know about you guys. Okay, Ryan. What you got to tell us?
Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
Let's have a look at his
Could you tell us
testimony.
everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer. The fellow they caught.
Were the two shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment.
That was an interesting comment. So if the second shot was louder than the first shot, that means he ran the other way. Because he ran out the north side of that street.
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
Let's have a little look what this guy's about. Someone's lying there for sure.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Policeman didn't say shit. Didn't see shit. He just saw someone running out of the other side of this alleyway. The actual killer went this way and ran this way. The kid, who they think it is, ran this way. That's the problem we've got.
A fairly long pole with a forked end. A fairly long pole with a forked end.
A fairly long pole, eh, Cheese? Right, we've got some clues to put together.
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
Right.
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
My big brain was already picking up on that.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen?
We shut.
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
She's sus,
Did
man.
you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Right, so it's out of Powell and it's out of this guy over here because they're the only two that went this way. She would have surely saw someone leave. Right. We can piece together some stuff. Should we piece together some clues? Solve the crime. I'll interrogate Leighton and examine his belongings at Scotland Yard. So we can go to Scotland Yard if we want. Okay, that pings us back. This is all we can investigate. And what are these drag marks? I don't think these drag marks are anything to do with... Okay, that's as far as we go on this side. Should we go to Scotland Yard? You should go to Scotland Yard and have a go at some more stuff, and then we'll put some clues together. Or we could open the deductions there. What we got? Oh. So we've got 2 victims. We've got different shots. Leighton Chapman is the only person who has been entering Half Moon Street after Brian... He was seen standing over the dead bodies and escaping the crime scene shortly afterwards. Mr. Turner stated that he remained near his window until Leighton was caught by the police, who came from Whitechapel High Street. So... they're all... Common statement plus Turner's view. Is the only person who's been entering Half Moon Street after Brian was Scotty and Kenneth Butler. He was seen standing over the dead bodies and escaping the crime scene shortly afterwards. Mrs. Turner stated that he remained near his window until Leighton was caught by the police, who came from the direction. Yeah. Wait. No. We're good at this. What we got? Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window of his flat until the police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Marrow's statement, as the constable did not see anyone at the window. True. That's what we've got so far. Search Turner's flat. Right. We're going to have to look at Turner's flat too.
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
Lestrade's off the scent again, eh? Right. Oh, he's not going to be down here. We need to go to the evidence room. What we got?
So this is the gun.
I love the creepy music on this game.
By the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder. 2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots. A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt. These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots, as in fact 3 shots were made. At first, a single shot was fired, and then 2 guns fired simultaneously directly afterwards. Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots as they were made from different points of Half Moon Street. This, right? Oh, we got more. 2 victims. True. Right. So far, we're building up a bit of a... Oh, we can still do more? Common statement. 2 victims. Wait. The witness testimonies and crime weapon clearly point to one possible culprit. Lee and Chapman. Wait. Why does it say Y for me then? Fuck knows.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Mr. Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Tell me your story.
Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw 2 men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
Oh, someone's lying, dude. Someone's lying. Ugh.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. Second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man. Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
He can't remember the sounds of his footsteps. Someone with a limp, maybe.
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Why have they always got to lie?
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
What other of these things are there then? This. Double murder. What's up, Fox? Oh, I don't think it's that, dude. Do you think it was this? You're putting on the juice. We've got to search that guy's home, actually. Not quite as bashed as Mandy. Oh, okay. I'm not going to be hearing all them lovey-dovey things in the chat again, am I? Mandy the Predator.
Locked. Locked.
Oh.
Locked.
There's a door. Look, one of us can open. Isn't there? We got a key. There's a door somewhere here, Powers.
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
A fairly long pole with a forked end.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Turner's contradiction.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly. The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago. A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
I'm sus on this Mr. Turner. I've said from the get-go. There's also a key that we found.
Anything else else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them. This kitchen knife is quite sharp. There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper. This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago. The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here. These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Someone's hiding something. A contract kill, maybe.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshot.
Determine the correct sequence of events based on the details you have gathered. Oh, this is not right. Oh, this is not right. Okay. So he gets up from the bed. Took something from the body. Wait, hang on. He opened the window. He approached the body. When he come back in, he placed the broken stick. Cut the paper with a knife. And he threw it onto the fire. This guy's slow as shit, man. What did he take from the body, though?
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
Books. Fat prints.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look. Well now, what a find! A precious jewel, concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head design, a distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era. Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself,
Advanced years.
to
That's
rush
what you
from
guys
his
should
bed
say about
to the
me.
window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
Huh. What do we reckon?
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Time can pull tricks on you.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner,
Oh, Mr.
does
Holmes!
not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Okay. What do you think? The ancient bracelet. We're gonna have to search the archives, powers. To the archives. Let's have a look. We need to learn about this this ancient bracelet. Then we can do some more deductions. Oh, you got Resi 5? You must be keen for it. Search for bracelet. Let's have a look. Ram heads? Do you think? Nah, it's nothing to do with this, is it? I don't think it's anything to do with this.
Here it is. I need to continue my research in my archives.
Hellenistic treasures were stolen yesterday evening and were being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to Glassford Fine Art Exhibition. Pawn shop over Kenneth Butler. Contacted Scotland Yard in my prejudice regarding the gentleman who had attempted to sell him a collection of historical art at his pawn shop in Church Street. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by name Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London via the port. He was recognised by a surviving driver of the cab and had transported the collection of Hellenistic treasures. Vincent Foley refused to confess as to where the remainder of the treasures were hidden. He was eventually imprisoned. The lost treasures are still to be found.
Here it is. One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
Right, okay, let's have a little look. Oh, let's open deductions. Clues. I think he... We need to reenact the crossfire. Let's go to the pawn shop, then remember we've got to reenact the crossfire. Is this the pawn shop? Bernard's pipe. Hi. Oh yeah, we got the key, didn't we?
Mr. Butler's key.
How did Mr. Butler get this key? I love the eerie music you get.
Crampons and a sharp ice axe would only be brought here by a mountaineer. A flare pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by a destitute sailor. A flare pistol.
We need to reenact this thing, don't we, and collect all these items, because I think this is the flash they're talking about. Someone shot a flare gun at the guy, didn't they? I think this links in perfectly. I think we're going to have to... I think the flare pistol, that long hooked stick thing, I think that's all part of the case.
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
Okay, where's Watson then?
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
A fairly long pole with a forked end. I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp. This should be useful. This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
This is sus. Talk to Constable Morrow.
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
There is.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
Should I try to find him?
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
I think I'm supposed to miss him, right? I mean, the first one was pretty good. I guess it was kind of hard to see him, but... Oh, wait. Where the fuck is he hiding?
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Find the flagon and the climbing equipment. Huh. God, he's good. This task is, turns out I'm getting too good at this, isn't I? We are getting too good. Hey man, you being detective? We are. We're on Sherlock Holmes. We're on the last case, trying to figure this one out. And I think I've got an idea on what's going on.
These...
Was that? Jesus, you've just spoiled it for me.
This is...
Alright. This is mighty sus. Let's go back to Half Moon Street and let's reenact this. What do you think? It's looking real suspicious now. I don't think the guy done it, did he? The guy definitely didn't do it. Who they think it is. The policeman is pretty sus.
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here? You'd best be leaving and be quick about it.
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not like you.
Oi, watch your tongue.
Every time, like, fucking guys talking shit, huh?
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can.
Right. Whoa.
This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
Oh.
I can barely see anything.
Wait, hang on. What am I doing now?
Holmes? Are you there?
I should try climbing faster.
Fucking hell, should I? Hang on, let's do that again.
I can barely see anything.
Did I fail that?
Holmes? Are you there?
I should try climbing faster.
Fucking hell, too slow. I'm planning on playing Rogue later. I might do. After I do this. We've got a serious case to solve here.
Barely see anything. Holmes? Are you there?
Probably gotta go faster.
Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that.
Ah.
Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen. I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
So... Oh. How do we get up there? Is this the door? Right, hang on. Let's see what we got here. This is obviously a key part of the discovery. Oh.
Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket.
Jacket. Shabby fabric. Black threads.
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope.
Okay. Right.
These shards of glass are from the window above.
Time to go.
Conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
Who the fuck done that then? Right, let's go back to HQ and investigate under the microscope. Yeah, Spider-Man. I ain't got a clue, man. Yeah, I'll probably do some rogue after this, maybe. I don't know. It depends how I feel. Because it get when we're trying to play, it kills my man Jornos, man. It's taking too long to get games.
Let us take a closer look.
Let's take a closer look. Oh.
It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human. I need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. A shaving brush is usually made from horsehair. Watson, could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Here you are.
Okay. They're
Watson,
different.
look, what's outside the window?
Well, I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes.
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair.
These are all different hairs.
This is a most unusual hair. Human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample.
Is it some kind of werewolf?
Horse hair is thinner than the hair that we found. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse. A hair from a large and exotic animal.
A bear? What the fuck is going on with this case? Wall climber. What the fuck? The man who vanished from the crime scene at Half Moon Street could be a circus acrobat. He managed to scale a 30-foot high wall in a matter of seconds. A hair from a large exotic animal was found on his discarded jacket. The person from Leighton Chapman describes in his statement is a figment of his own imagination, created to vindicate himself. Circus acrobat. Good idea. Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the mysterious jacketed man who participated at the Half Moon shoot proved to be true. Witness testimonies in the crime weapon clearly point to one possible Leighton Chapman. No. God, this doesn't make sense. Both the one of the guns is now missing. Nothing makes sense, dude. Nothing makes sense. Right, what we got left? Investigate the ancient bracelet and find out how it could have appeared at Half Moon Street. Wait, I thought we'd done this.
My archive. I can always consult with it.
Right, hang on, what's going on here? I thought we'd already researched this.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind.
Right, so we've done this. What have we got to research next then? Investigate the ancient bracelet and find out how it could have been appeared in Half Moon Street. Let's have a little look. What's going on? So is this guy like a master thief or something? We don't know who this guy is, do we?
Locked.
Locked. Locked.
Look here, lad. You'd better go home and start thinking about what a fine pickle your brother's landed himself in.
Ha! But he'll be free tonight, 'cause he's innocent.
Don't be daft, lad. It's a closed case.
Every time we've got to listen to this.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr.
What you got to say?
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother at Scotland Yard?
Is he okay?
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon.
Such a young man, and already a murderer.
So what have we got to do now? How did it end up? How did that ram's head end up in Baker Street? In Whitechapel? Maybe this guy will know. Do you know anything?
That's why it's better to stay at home at night.
This guy's an idiot. I guess we've got to go back. Maybe to the scene of the crime, right? Where that guy scaled that wall. Maybe that should reveal what happened.
Locked.
Oh. Wait, where's that? Wait, where was the door? Is it on the other side? Or is that part of it done?
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
What have we missed then, guys? Because this is the way he ran. I was saying, right? There we go. Is that all we've got now? Can we not get out this way? How did that end up? Back to Scotland Yard?
Tell old Wiggins that I'll be fine.
Mr. Holmes, what is...
We're missing something. What are we missing? We need to find how did that thing end up there? Pretty much. That's what we've got to find. How that bracelet ended up there. That means that we've missed something somewhere. That's for sure.
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations. The ram's heads.
Bingo.
This necklace belongs to the 5 Rams of Mittelin collection.
He's good.
Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
Ah. Have a little read of this letter. Hello, Kenneth. Remember you once told me about 3 pieces of golden jewelry with ram heads from ancient Greece? You still got them, right? Well, good news for you. I found the man loaded with money who's ready. Crazy about those jewels. He's ready to fork out a small fortune. I can arrange a meeting with this money bag for you, but I want you to cut me in on the deal. I'll be waiting for you at the crossing of Great Alley and Half Moon Street on Sunday evening before the fireworks. The search for the missing Hellenistic treasures could be the motive for the crime that was committed in Half Moon Street. Mr. Turner picked up the bracelet directly after the murder, but the ring was still missing. A violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Lee and Chapman could have had a personal motive. The person who was seen only by Lee and Chapman escaped the crime scene by climbing the wall. He was a skillful actor, but the criminal took a gun from one of the dead bodies. Ask Wiggins to help find the circus. Bingo, boys. Where's Wiggins? Bingo. Looks like we're hot on the scent. I think we're gonna close this case quick. I think this is a quick case for us. I think we're coming to the end very shortly. Here we go. Open and shut the case, easy.
Mr. Constable, why did you become a constable?
Why? Because I wanted to serve Her Majesty, that's why.
And what about serving the people like us?
What? Your sort are the plague of London. Be quiet now.
Not very nice, is he? Hey, Wiggins. Oi. Need your help.
Mr. Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far. We found facts and details that confirm your brother's innocence.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
But for now, Wiggins, we need your help.
Oi, lad from another
Anything you like,
country.
love.
You're starting.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal. A very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
Happy New Year, Dubsy, man. Hope you're good. I know you're praying for my Tekken return, right?
I do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news in 7 seconds.
Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, we found it. Here it is.
Brilliant.
And this is a young Indian elephant, the highlight of the show. Duval Brothers, a well-known travelling circus that is currently stopped in London. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay it a visit.
The Duval bros. The Duvalos twins. Do you remember them? Back when I was growing up, they were the things. This is all to do with the client. Yeah, basically you're following loads of different leads to draw your own conclusion. You can have like four or five different conclusions and they try and throw you off if you're not listening. Basically, you'll get the wrong cases half the time if you don't listen.
Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
Hmm? You're wanting to apply for... Nah, you don't look like the type of artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
What? Nah, I don't think so.
You have to do a little
Clear
quest.
off. You're a bit slow to catch... You're a bit slow to catch on, eh? Get lost. You're a bit slow to catch on, eh? Get lost.
Aha. Okay. Let's go to Baker Street. Let's get a disguise on. Sherlock Holmes has been good, man. I actually really enjoyed this game. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't play it. There's loads of good cases to do. Right, we need something that looks like a circus, right? Bandit outfit. Sorted. This is good enough.
I'd better wear a shabby hat.
Wait. What do you mean you better wear a shabby hat? This is a shabby hat, right? This is the same one he's got on. What one's a shabby hat? This one?
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
Oh, thank God, Holmes. I can't get used to your disguises.
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
Right. I need to head over to the circus. I guarantee we're going to have to crack some codes. With my big brain, I'm going to have to be on form. I think this case is coming to an end.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley. And I'd highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
I've got it. Let's go inside that marquee. Oh, explore the circus. Bum, 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 bum.
everything is here, just as you asked. But what about the money?
Some of the barrels are wet.
Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped.
Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies.
I want to be paid first.
No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said.
Right?
I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout.
Of course not. I'm a professional.
Glad to hear it.
Hmm.
Be ready for tonight, then.
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside. There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out. The crest of the Honourable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure. Judging by
Gunpowder.
the barrel,
Gunpowder, eh?
from lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance. That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people. This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day. There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls. Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
Oh boy.
Stop right there. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on the table over there. Open that.
Let's have a look what we got here. Did he cut himself on the glass? Cut throat. Oh, he's got the stolen antiques. This is the man, isn't it? This is the man we're looking for. Oh boy. Right.
need to find out what's behind this Charles Foley.
We're very close. We're very close. I think we've nearly got him. Explore the circus and become acquainted with Charles Foley.
Ah, well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Jail thief?
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Osh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on the corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal.
Okay. Notting Hill Manor. What do you reckon to the Notting Hill Manor? That's where we've got to go. Maybe it's going to be a tough puzzle for us. If people have been watching the YouTube channel, then they'd already be subscribed, commenting about how good of a lockpicker I am.
Here
Simple
I am
as.
at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures.
It's time to go in, boys.
This lock is quite old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge.
Oh, God. Oh. Yes. Oh no, this is wrong. Oh boy. Dan, I found something called the Viking Burger. Dan. Hang on, Mandy, let me deal with this log. This is actually rather challenging. But you know I've got a very big brain, Mandy.
Where the safe is hidden and lockpick it.
Where is the safe hidden?
This cupboard is an absolute mess.
Yeah, do you want to know why?
Several books have fallen from the shelves. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved.
Bingo.
I'll give it a try.
Oh, hello, Dolly.
That's the lock I must open tonight. Let me see.
Shit. He's good. God, I'm good in a bobber. Do you remember that?
What a I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves, trap them, and find out. Let us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door.
Okay. Set the traps.
The thieves won't attempt to escape through the front door if the police are right behind it. Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
Very true. What the fuck is this?
This should be useful.
Oh, what we're gonna make? Are they gonna slip over when they jump out the window? Is that what we're gonna do?
The ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police. This hatch leads to a cellar. This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. This door leads to a kitchen, which holds the shortest route to the back door. This door...
Item required. Chandelier.
I wonder what this old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly attached. I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer, but they were unsuccessful. This works very well. No one will escape through this window now. There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get out.
He'll just break his leg. Imagine doing these traps in today's modern age, dude. Someone would be completely shitted.
This should be useful. The door is now blocked.
So they have to fall down there.
I wonder...
What item do I need then for this? Upstairs? This is like Home Alone,
One
dude.
step on these beads, and our thief will go flying. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined. Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly.
Right. No one's getting upstairs then. Is that done? Wait, I don't understand.
This hatch leads to a cellar.
Leads to a cellar. Yeah, they would. They would sue everyone. I guess I've got to go upstairs, right? Nothing up here.
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
Oh.
I suppose that the thieves already tried to open...
Wait.
I suppose...
We can see what the thieves are going to do. Oh, here we go. The thieves just jump over the thing. So it needs to be covered by like a blanket, right? That's what I need, God's sake.
This should be useful.
Nobody see the rope. The chandelier falls on their bloody head. That'd be so funny.
Now, if anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall.
Fog. Oh, carpet as well to cover up. Alright, our traps are all set, I think.
Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
Right, we good?
If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down. Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
This is tight. It's good, isn't it? I just don't get it though, dude. He's gonna kill someone himself.
Police! Police! Stop where you are! Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Oh, you sounded just like a real Bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Is he going to pick the
Sherlock,
gun up?
It may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men?
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers!
Pog! You're loving this?
That is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
All right. Are we done? With Benedict Cumberbatch. Charlie will be in prison for organising grand theft since he is not directly guilty of murder. His sentence will be shortened. He deserves the rope. What do you think? Yeah. I think I did watch it. I think I did. We're done. We're done here. Condemn Foley. We're done.
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful, you Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
I think we got them, boys.
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs. Honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street. And all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men, we are still.
I don't think so.
And we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work,
Pretty much the
our
same.
bread, and they push us to compete between each other, just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No lives shall be lost, but ownerships, debts, and property titles, they shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people, sending them to their deaths in mines or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
Throw a cigarette into a bucket of water or throw it onto the powder trail, baby. What do we reckon, dudes? Are we gonna let them do their duty? I know which one Abby would be doing right now. Abby would 100% throw it into the bucket of water. What are we gonna do? The merry men seem to be like nice guys, right? They're all about the people. Burn it. Is it crime or is it freedom? I kind of like the chaos, right? Big crimes. But don't you want to see the world burn, boys? Don't you want to see a bit of action? Don't you want to feel alive again? Fuck, I don't like the guy, man. They are for the people. I don't like the guy either. I don't like the guy we work for, his brother. The guy's a dick. Wait, Wiggins is a part of the Merry Men? Is he? Fuck, I want to blow it up. Fuck, we've seen Wiggins throughout the whole series, haven't we? Go without. And then you've just seen that dickhead cop being an asshole, and you've just had his dickhead brother. I just want to blow it up, though. Fuck, dudes. This is a hard decision. I just want to see it
When
blow
people
up.
fight the order, They are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
Yeah. True, Bobber, true. I felt like we were somewhat right, weren't we?
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite, lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of, pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
But we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving
Is that
in
the
shortly
BBW?
has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait, what? A lady?
Bingo. Got it. That's the BBW. She wants us to remove the telescope. 96%. Yeah, we were a part of the majority this time. All right, GG. If you enjoyed that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Wait, are we done? Is that it? Is that the final? It is. That one only took us 2 hours. Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. Not bad, man. Not bad, is it? Reviewing it. What did you guys think? Did you like it? Wait, is this made by Russian people? Weren't we talking about the other day how the Russians are making all these good games? Like Tarkov and shit like that. What was the other one we were talking about? Maybe it's because they've got less restrictions, less pussy shit. Well, less of a weak mental state these days. They can be more creative with the games they're gonna make, for sure, instead of being tethered down by crazy people in society that want to ruin gaming. Same with films, suffering the same fate. One day we'll be free. One day we'll be able to be, you know, we'll be able to be alive again. We are the merry men. This is nice. This is. I like this. Kevin McLeod just done the whole lot, did he? Nice job, Kevin. Kevin McLeod, Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. Uses the Unreal Engine. 2014. What was your favorite mission of them all? Oh, this is back to the start, I guess. Now we open. Huh. Well, there we go. I think that's it. Wait, what does it want me to do? Is it just giving us a review? I guess I can only exit. Or do I just sit here watching him having a fag? Is this like the start of a new game? Alright. GG, man. Cheers for watching. Peace out. Subscribe. Comment. Like.